Now cold is not enough.
Hello and welcome. I am CheapDishSoap, and today we're going to talk about Valorant's ranking system and how it works. Riot Games reportedly intends to adopt the League of Legends system for its upcoming tactical shooter Valorant. It might not be a carbon copy of the 10-year-old progression system, but it will likely have many of the same aspects. So obviously, as we all know, this game is still in beta. So this information that we have is actually based on a play testing from the game in the early stages. So basically, one of the guys down at Riot, Nordic's editor-in-chief, Nick Nijland, had an opportunity to play Valorant in the Riot studios and released a video about the game's potential ranking system. But Riot's product manager, Zulu, said that while in the video does a great job of breaking this down, some of the features and functionalities of the system we have planned is unfortunately not all accurate. Now, that's obviously going to go without being said now that it's in a beta. The game is not officially out yet, so anything is not set in stone just yet unless they announce that. So this is definitely something to keep in mind. Riot could have easily had a change in plans, but for now, players should expect a ranking system in Valorant that is somewhere along the lines of what is in the League. So here's how the rank might work with Valorant. So as far as the seasons go, if League is anything to go by, Valorant's ranking system could have a long year season divided into 3 splits, each lasting 3 months. So in League, they were called League points. So obviously isn't League, this is Valorant, so we're gonna call it Valorant points. There could also be a preseason at the closing stage of the year, which would involve a major update to the game in one form or another. The preseason would likely last a couple of months from December to January. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are very familiar with a lot of ranking systems in a lot of different games, and these aren't going to be too far from different from most ranking system in any other games you've played. There's going to be slight changes here and there, so for the most part, it's going to be fairly predictable on how it's going to work. But we're going to go and break it down into the tiers and divisions. Valorant has 8 ranks. There is Mercenary, Soldier, Veteran, Hero, Legend, Mythical, Immortal, and the highest rank, Valorant. Now, each rank has 3 tiers that players progress through, similar to League. But the top tier, Valorant, which is the equivalent to Challenger, has just 1 tier. So back to the Valorant points that we were mentioning earlier. So they are earned or lost when players win or lose a match, obviously. The amount of LP earned depends on a hidden matchmaking rating called the MMR, which is determined by several factors, including ELO. The higher your MMR, the more LP players earn. Okay, moving on to the next thing, promotion and demotion. Now, I'm going to talk about the way the promotion and demotion works in League, assuming that Valorant's going to take the same steps. So when a player reaches 100 League points, the maximum amount of League points in a division, they're automatically entered into a promotional series in League. If they win 2 out of the 3 games in the promotional series, they will be upgraded into the next division. When players are at the top of the division, instead of the best of 3 promotion series, they'll enter into a best of 5. If they win, they'll be promoted to the next tier. This process will be rinsed and repeated to the top of the ranking system. So for some of you out there that still may not understand what the difference between being the top of their division rather than just upgrading to the next division is in each tier. So say example, we're in Mercenary. We're Mercenary 1. You get to Mercenary right as you're about to upgrade to Mercenary 2, you're going to have to win 2 of the 3 games to work to Mercenary 2. Same thing is going to be from Mercenary 2 to Mercenary 3. Now, however, if you're going to make the jump going to a new bracket, so you're going to go from Mercenary to Soldier, now you're going to have to enter into the best of 5. If you win, you will then be promoted into the next bracket, whatever that may be. Okay, so we just finished talking about the promotion. Now let's talk about the demotion. So when a player drops down to 0 LP and loses a game, on the other hand, they'll be demoted to the previous tier or division. Their LP will begin at 75 in that tier or division, however. So obviously you won't go down to 0 if you do get demoted, which should go without being said. That would be really crappy of them to do, to drop you all the way to 0 from going to another tier, even though you worked so hard to get to that 100 LP to move on to the next division. But with that being said, you really don't want to lose that demotion. That's probably where you need to try the absolute hardest. Not that you shouldn't be trying hard the whole time, but because you got to remember, if you get demoted, you're going to have to get that LP from 75 to 100 by winning games, but then you're also going to have to repeat the best of 3 promotional series or the best of 5 if you're going into the next tier. And that, I think, right there is going to be the hardest grind and catch for everybody. I think winning up to the individual promotions within the tier are going to be all right, but getting onto that next tier is going to be the most difficult part. And also, with me saying LP, remember that's referring to League points. I really should be saying VP for Valorant points to kind of get you guys on the mindset of Valorant. It's just not a confirmed thing for sure yet, but I'm just going to assume. So keep that in mind too. I would probably get in a habit of calling it VP, not LP. Now, the final thing that we're going to talk about are the solo, duo, and flex queue. So Valorant's ranking system will likely have a choice of solo or duo queue and flex queue. In solo duo queue, players can play alone or with a friend. This will have separate tiers and divisions to flex queue. Flex queue allows players to queue up with parties of any size except 4 to create more of an even playing field. This option will likely have different rewards and is often seen as a lesser version of solo queue. Now, this obviously is implemented for people who may not have a whole team to play with. They might be going in solo a lot, so it doesn't really penalize them nearly as much because you're not going to have great team chemistry. You're not going to have the best call outs and communication. You're kind of going in with randoms, not knowing if they're going to take the game just as serious as you. So this is actually a very useful thing to have in the game to make it a little easier on you. And then when you have actual teammates and friends and amazing communication and team chemistry. Overall, I'm very excited for this ranking system and I cannot wait for it to come out, especially in the beta, to kind of give it a test run and see how it all works and really have a definite answer on how the VP system's going to work, how the promotion and demotions work versus the tier and the brackets. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. Also, give me guys your opinion. What do you think? Do you think they're going to copy the league point system? Do you think that they should? Do you think they should change some things up? What is your opinion? You can leave down in the comments below. I'd love to read and I will react to your guys' comments. And if this video helped you in any way, please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for any future content that I release on Valorant. And as always, I want to also mention that I am doing top 10. So send me clips that you want to be featured on the channel. I'm going to do segments of top 10s, whether it's best moments, funny moments, whatever it may be, just send them on in. I have a Google Doc form linked down in the description and also on my about page where you can send them in. You can also send it to my email, which will also be listed below. Just keep in mind, if you send it through my email, you must write in there that you're giving me permission to feature your clip so I can feature it on the channel. Wrapping this all up, I just want to say I hope you guys enjoy the beta and really learn and excel and get ready for the rank system. If you guys are still waiting for the beta key, you're more than welcome to always come and join the stream and just chat and discuss topics and have an amazing time. You know, go over whatever questions you guys might have. I will be more than happy to answer. And that'll wrap it up. Gamers keep gaming. CheapDishSoap out.